Hello everyone, I'm back. I had a mini meltdown. My PC crashed twice and I'm fine. I'm trying to be fine. And now I have internet issues. I think today is cursed. It says that the stream is healthy, but okay. I'm not gonna stream a full window or full screen. It's gonna be a window, so I cut a little bit from the screen so it's not gonna look good, and I'm gonna try my best for the stream to look good. I'm just gonna try my best, so yeah. Hope that the stream health is good. So far good. I really was looking forward to build today. This is why I'm trying my best to let my stream work. Apparently it's not. So I didn't connect Nightbot, so I don't know if it's working. Let's check this out. Let's see. I don't think, because it's not connected. We don't need that, to be honest, but we're just gonna work with whatever thing. Oh my god, it's working. Oh, thank you so much, Nightbot. And before the stream start, I spilled water next to my mouse and keyboard. This is the second time I have done that, and I think the next time I'm gonna just ruin my stuff, and I don't learn from my lessons. So let's go to the apartment. Just gonna put starting soon, because if I remove that, you can see my whole PC, the desktop and everything. So I don't want to put these stuff, but I know I'm gonna forget and do that. I'm just loading the game. It's already like working. Let's see. I'm just gonna keep on reading whatever thing. I don't know what I did. Okay. 0 views, but I'm just gonna try to be optimistic. Okay. Let's give it a try. This is my first time to do a stream with a window screen, so I'm a little bit not happy about that. Let's see. I don't know if my key is gonna work. Okay, let's give it a shot. Wait. I know you're gonna see OBS, but whatever. So now you're supposed to see the game, like it's appearing for you a full screen, but for me it's not. And I still can't see. Oh, there we go. It's working. My OBS looks stupid now, but whatever. I can see that my screen looks good, but you can see that I'm playing Sims and these stuff that you don't see with the normal full screen. Although, if you have just joined, probably if you're gonna watch that later, you will be like, what's happening? I did a live stream an hour ago and my PC crashed twice, and we were doing an apartment. But what I wanted to do in this stream, to chat and to build an apartment for my family dynamics 2nd generation, and we have already did the hallway and the kitchen, which they don't look really good, but I don't want to add a lot of clutter. And I see that this plant is floating, but you know what we can do? We just can ignore that. I'm just gonna go with the cheat code that we needed, and I have my mods back. I added them back, so let's see if it's working good. Sometimes your day is good, but it's just that your PC is not good. You know, sometimes you have a bad day, but your PC is working fine, so you will try to feel good with your PC, if you got what I mean. I just sound really dumb now, but whatever. And I'm adding books in every corner of the house. But you know, it looks really bad because it's floating. You know what? We don't have to add all of these. We can go for a picture instead. Let's go for kids. Let's see. Oh, I didn't mention that we have to follow the yellow color scheme or yellow code, whatever. Because this is a yellow generation from the family dynamics. And now let's work on this half bath. Let's add some light so we can go and work on it. It's just a half bath because I don't want, when this apartment has 4 Sims, I don't want my Sim to just have pee on the floor because they don't have enough toilets, if you got what I mean. Oh, so it's gonna be just a basic toilet, I think. It's not gonna be, you know, a fancy one. I'm just gonna go for this sink because I don't usually use that, so I'm just gonna go for it. And you know, I'm just gonna keep it really simple. Oh, where is it? There we go. But you know, what I was looking for is that we're gonna build something modern. This is what I want. And you know, I didn't know what style she likes so far because I have just started playing with her, so I don't know like what to choose. But you know, before my stream crashes, I was like, you know what? I just want her to go with oh my god, I just want her to go with the modern style. I was looking at the view count. Hello, if you are new here or you just came to the stream, we are building an apartment. I mean, it's an apartment reno or renovation, and I'm doing this apartment for my, not Sims in a Bloom. What is it? Family Dynamics. And we just had today so many issues that I was about to scream. I think I was screaming. And I deleted the whole live because it was embarrassing. Hello! Welcome to the stream. How are you? I can't see the name. Oh, I can see it now. Hello, bestie. Hello. Welcome to the stream. So if you have just joined, I'm doing an apartment renovation, and I'm gonna use this apartment for my family dynamics legacy for the 2nd generation. And if you have not been watching the legacy challenge, I am now in the 2nd generation, but we cannot move until both of the parents pass away. So this is what I'm doing. I'm doing okay. What's this apartment for? Yeah, this is what I said. It's gonna be for a generation legacy challenge, I mean, and it's for generation 2. And I have just started the 2nd generation. That's why I want to build her an apartment, because maybe 2 months ago I did a poll and I said, where should we live? And I think the most percentage is for San Myshuno. Okay. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but I'm gonna call you Sam. I'm sorry. Hello, Sam. Hope that it's okay to say that. Yeah, I saw your comment and I was like, you know, I already said that, but it's okay to, you know, explain that again. And you will see that the screen is not really clear from the bottom because I'm cutting the screen. I'm not streaming a full screen. It's a window screen. You know, you will get that if you know about streaming and all of these things. Because when I play on a full screen, my game crashes. So yeah. And this is going to be the half bath. It's going to be boring. I will not add a lot of things. I'm just going to keep it this way. As I said, it's going to look boring, but we have to go with that. And this rug is not what I was looking for. Oh, thank you, Sam. Hope that you enjoyed the live. So how was everyone's day? Or what are you doing? And now we're just, I don't know if we should start with the rooms or not, but this is the layout. This is the layout, and oh my god, you know what? I have added, I think it's called Ghibli. I have added the Ghibli clouds, and look at that. Looks really different. Oh, there we go. Looks really good. It's just giving me all of what I was dreaming about. I love clouds, so I love the kitchen, but you know, I was planning to have more clutter, but I want to restrict myself into a certain, you know, budget. Just a second, I just want to read the chat. Maybe you can do tiling floor for the bathroom. Yes, I'm gonna go and do that, but you know, I'm just gonna paint or add wallpapers at the end. I'm just playing Sims, but earlier I was sketching. Oh, that must be really good. So are you doing digital sketching or, you know, the, I don't know what it's called, like the traditional sketching? My day was good. How was yours? It was good, but I tried to stream earlier, like an hour ago, and it crashed, and I deleted the screen, I mean the stream, because I was screaming. Because my game crashed and I was losing it. Yeah. Oh, that's good. You know, I love to paint, but I don't know how to do that. I love sketching. I tried to do that. I tried digital. I tried the traditional way. I don't know how to do that, so, but I like to do that. I sometimes just, you know, do random things. I'm just gonna go for the living room, and I think I want to change everything to white, but I'm not gonna do that until we paint the whole apartment. And honestly, I don't remember what we have to do for the second generation of the family dynamics. I don't really recall that, so I have to read the generation rules and everything again so I can remember. Your game crashed while your Sims were woohooing. This is good. Oh my god, that's why I always save my game like every 5 minutes, because I know my game would always crash. So maybe you have to remember it, like for the next time, to always save. Because this is annoying when you lose your gameplay. And now we're just gonna do the living room, and I'm gonna try my best not to go crazy with the clutter. And as I said, we're gonna go modern. Because I think this is her aesthetic, like the second generation. And maybe when we finish, we can go and take a look and maybe give her a makeover. Maybe we can do that. And I just want base game. And I want, wait, parenthood as well as dream home decorator. We're just gonna go with these for now. And maybe we're gonna add the kits. Let's see. I was, you know, thinking about these couches or sofa, whatever is it, because it has yellow. I'm just gonna go with that. But what are you playing? Are you doing a legacy challenge, or maybe rags to riches, or just a free play? You always forget to save. I do the same thing. I always forget to save, and then I would regret the fact that I did not save. Because, you know, when I started this stream, I didn't save. And I lost. I did the kitchen twice because I didn't save. And I lost it. Maybe I think this is cuter than the sectional sofas. What do you think? Even though the yellow doesn't match, I don't like the white. Let's check the other ones. Oh my god, why they don't match? Maybe we can go with white. Oh, I don't like that. Whatever. You're currently playing Rags to Riches. You know, I have never played Rags to Riches before, but I have played the Renovating challenge, and I think they're like having the same idea or concept. I don't know, like correct me if I was wrong. But I think they do have the same idea. Hey Lou! How are you? Do you own all the packs? No. I still have a lot of packs that I didn't get. I don't have all the expansions. I don't have every game pack, neither stuff pack. I only get the packs that I need or like. I don't get everything. How was your day, Lou? Finally, the stream is working. I'm doing well. But, you know, 30 minutes ago, I was not. Because of this stupid stream. You know, it's just a silly thing. It's not a big deal. Should we go with pastels or just stick with yellow and white? I think we should just go with that. I don't like that, to be honest, but you know. So we are doing an apartment renovation for Family Dynamics 2nd generation, and I'm just gonna add. I'm gonna try to not add a lot of clutter, but so far I think I'm gonna do. I can't control myself when it comes to clutter. I don't know why. Let's see which rug should we go for? Oh. Is this yellow? What color is that? So, are you still in college or you just got back home? And who is still in their vacation? I know that because I watch a lot of... Oh my god, I like this rug. It's really colorful. So yeah, what I was saying is that I'm watching a lot of American YouTubers, and I think you are, or you have just started school. I think so. So yeah. What was the first generation storyline? So the first generation is you have to be a chef and someone who has a big family. It was really interesting for me to play for like the first generation. It was really good and I liked it so much. And you know, around 2 days ago maybe, I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna complete the Family Dynamics. It's just me thinking about these things. Maybe it was yesterday. I don't really remember. I think it was yesterday and not 2 days ago. But, you know, you got what I mean. And there I am, adding a lot of clutter. But for, you know, people who just came to the stream, are you coming from Twitter or Instagram or, you know, I know my friends, I have sent them messages, but you know, for new people who just came there, let me know. You can see me that I'm gonna add a lot of clutter, and I like the fox basket. We're gonna go with that, but I'm just gonna make it smaller. You can't see that, to be honest. Okay, looks fine. What do you think? You know, sometimes my chat freezes, so if you wrote something and I did not read it, I'm really sorry, like it takes time. Hello everyone, welcome to my stream. I'm doing an apartment renovation. And I'm gonna use this apartment for my family dynamics legacy. So it's gonna be fun. I have already started the second generation, but I just want to do this apartment. Oh, so you were watching YouTube. Oh, you were watching Twitch streams. Oh, so you were searching. That's good. I don't think someone said that before for me, that they were searching and my channel appeared for them. But what I was saying is that this generation, they have to move out of the house when both of the parents pass away. And now for the heir, only one parent has passed away. And I'm just gonna add, should I add this clutter or not? You know, I'm so glad that you searched and you saw my channel. It's a really small channel, so I didn't expect that you see that on your page or something. This is really good. There we are. Adding a lot of clutter. But looks really cute. What do you think? And I saw a basket that has a bunch of toys. There's it. Just gonna add it. Should we add it there or next to the table? I think here it looks really cute. And you know what I think? This the second generation is a gamer. So I think that gamers do love to have a lot of stuffed animals and all of these things, because I do. I have a lot of stuffed animals there in my room. They're next to me while I'm streaming, so you can say hi to my stuffed animals. By the way, where are you from? If you don't mind asking. Oh, I don't answer these questions, but if you were wondering, I'm Asian. What do you like more, cast or build? You know, if you asked me this question like a year ago, I'm gonna say cast. But for now, I don't know. I'm really confused. I think I'm still a cast girl. I think. I'm not sure. What about you? I know that you like cast. But you know, I just want to ask you. Or for everyone here, do you prefer build or cast? So far, this is how it looks, but I'm just gonna add more shelves or something. Maybe we can go for, let me see. You know what we can do? I think it looks really empty here. We can either add a dining table or what do you think? I don't like to see my builds really empty. Lou, you like cast. And for Sam, you prefer building. Oh, this is interesting. You know, I'm team both, but maybe I like cast more. I don't know. And I totally forgot what packs I was using. What the hell? I said I want kids room because I'm restricting myself to a certain amount of packs. Because when you use a lot of packs, I think some people, they would not be able to download it. So this is why I'm doing that. Of course, we're going to use city living. And I think that's it. What I'm going to try to do is I'm just going to do something here that it looks fun. Maybe. I was looking for, I can't see them and I don't know their name. These things, slates. And we need the tall ones because this apartment is stupid and it's tall. Just gonna go with black. Oh no! And now the toilet looks ugly. You know what? It's okay. It's not bad, right? No, it's not. Looks good. Oh my god, we can go and add those. I'm gonna go and add them. We're gonna change this. Oh no, they're not lining up. But we can fake it. Work on that. So Lou, I don't know if you're still here, but did you do your homeworks and you're now free? I think it looks good so far. We're just gonna put different ones. Okay, what do you think? But for here, you know why I wanted something not like that? You know, I'm just gonna delete it and try for something else. I just wanted to add shelves and all of these things, but maybe we just can go with that. I don't like it, to be honest. Okay, just a second. I don't want these black, I don't know what's called, columns. And we can't change that for now. Let's take these and I'm gonna add it here. And now I'm gonna add a lot of shelves. Even though I said I don't want to add a lot of clutter. You did your homeworks, but you still... You mean I have new ones, so let's say no. So you still have some homeworks to finish. It's okay. Maybe you can try to do them while you watch the stream. Maybe. If you want to. What do you think about that? Like, I'm gonna add a bunch of stuff. I wanted to add this wall shelf, but I don't know if it looks good. The bookshelf was cute. I don't know, I didn't like it. Maybe I'm gonna add it somewhere else. Maybe it looks better this way. Maybe we can add the bookshelf there. Let's see. I can't see it now. Oh, there we go. We have... This is the only yellow swatch. Oh, we have a plain one. That looks so much better. Let me just fix everything here. You're still at uni? What the hell? What in the hell is that? What's the time for you? I bet... Let me guess. Because you know, at this point I should have known what time zone you're in. But, you know. I think it's 3 for you. Or 4. Hope that I guessed that right. I don't know, to be honest. I kind of like the way it looks so far. What do you think? I'm just gonna add boxes and all of these things. Just a bunch of boxes. Oh, we can add stuff there. And you know, I like a lot of clutter, but let's just go for that. It's 2 a.m. for you. I mean, are you in... Oh, you live in India. I was like, you are Asian because of the time zone. Oh my God. It's 3. You know, I said 3 or 4. I was in the middle. So that's good. That means between India and Lou's country is almost 11 hours. What? This is... Oh my God. Time zones are weird. Let's not talk about how weird is that. You know, I did not struggle with time zones until I joined Semsta, and all of my friends are from Latin America and America. And this is when I realized time zone is really weird. I'm just gonna add, you know, toys there. Or, you know, weird things. Because I think she would. I mean, the air. She likes a lot of toys, as I said. Or clutter. Not clutter. I mean, stuffed animals. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just so weird. But I don't know what should I add in these other shelves. Let's check what we have. You know what we can go for? I struggle a lot when there is an American streamer and they stream like 4 p.m. for them, but it's gonna be for me like 4 a.m. You know? It's not like that. It's like less than 12 hours. You know, because I have a streamer that I like so much, but yeah, we kind of have 12 hours difference, I think. So this is kind of sad. If I had the tool mod, I can go and flip these pillows, but because I don't, I'm just gonna put them this way. And I think they're floating. Are they? You know, I love to watch Kelsey's streams, but it's really late for me. So I don't have the ability to watch her, but I watch them when she puts them on YouTube. But you know, looks really cute. I like this addition to the sofa. I'm gonna look for another teddy bear or whatever, and I'm gonna add it there. What do you think? Let's go for pink. I'm just gonna save. And we're still struggling with what we should add there. Let's go for it here and see what we can go for. You know what kind of kit that I'm looking for? You know, tell me what's your favorite or not favorite. Yes, you can tell me what's your favorite pack and what's your dream pack. So if I'm gonna say my favorite pack is gonna be Seasons from the expansions. I think it adds a lot of actions to the game. And from game packs, I don't know. I don't have a particular one. And for stuff pack, I was obsessed with paranormal, but I prefer tiny living. Also, one of the expansion packs I like is Snowy Escape. I know that so many people don't like it, but I do. I do like Snowy Escape. And I remember when, you know, it was released, I was obsessed with it. I know that I don't use it a lot now, but it's still one of my favorites. Let's see if we can go for that. Oh dear. Oh my god, you are right. Cottage living. How did I forgot that? You want fairies. You know, I want that, to be honest. But hopefully they don't add fairies as an expansion pack. I think that Occult or the Occult editions, they only supposed to be game packs. This is my opinion. But yeah. Game pack you like Spa Day and Parenthood. Parenthood is really good. I really love it. There I am. I think I have added a lot of clutter, and you can see that this bookshelf is empty, so let's expect me to add a lot of stuff inside there. But I'm just looking for a tiny plant to add inside. Or maybe we just can leave it this way. Or we can go with another books. You know, we can go for that. If I'm gonna say what's my dream pack, for now, I really want a music band themed game pack. I'm really looking forward for that. And hopefully they do add them. And I think for fairies, The Sims, like months ago, they were dropping hints that there will be horses, cars, and fairies, if I'm not, you know, wrong. I don't really remember, but I think that they did drop hints about that. Stuff back you like. You mean vintage glamour or whatever is that? And nifty knitting. Yes, I love nifty knitting. It's really cute. I really love it. And I love how pastel it is. Let's see, how much did we reach? 17K. Perfect. I don't think that I'm gonna stick to the 30,000 budget because I still didn't do any of the rooms, so yay. This is good. Whatever. Even though I don't cheat money for my generations or my legacy challenges, I don't do that. But I think, you know, it's enough. I'm just gonna save. And I like how it looks so far. And now I'm just gonna add dining table, because I know I'm gonna forget that later. You can go for either this table. Let's just put them there. Or maybe this table. And I think we have, I don't remember, what is it? Oh, there's it. So we have these three options. Which one should we go for? This is 1, 2, and 3. Oh, thank you so much for joining. Hope that you enjoyed. And hope to see you again. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much. I think I'm gonna go for Dream Home Decorator dining table. So yeah, I'm gonna pick that. Hopefully, I don't have, you know, regular streams. Maybe I streams once or twice a week. Or sometimes I don't. But, you know, hope to see you soon in the next stream. Thank you so much. I'm gonna, okay. If I added that, it's not gonna match. Let's see, what other options do we have? I need, you know, yellow swatch, but I don't see that. And I don't, love how plain it looks. I don't know what I'm saying, to be honest. Sometimes you have these days when your brain, is just not working. If you got what I mean. Sometimes you just don't know how to speak. And this is what I'm feeling now. And for me, oh, there we go. It's yellow and white. But I'm gonna delete that and add a baby's chair or a high chair, whatever is it. But because I had a meltdown about my game, that happened to me. This is so funny, but yeah, you got that. The yellows don't match, but we're fine with that. And I'm just gonna add a small thing on the top of the table. Let's look for maybe a cake or something. Oh. Are they the same? Yes, they are. Why I cannot find the cakes? I'm just gonna go in for filter and go for base game. There we go. Just gonna add that. And that's it. One maybe. Oh my god. I have a problem that I don't get the messages really quick. But we chose that. We can go for the other one. It's okay. Just a minute. I'm gonna look for it. It was from the Parenthood pack. Oh, there we go. Oh, you know what? It looks really better than this table. Thank you so much. Hi, sorry I had to leave for a bit. It's okay, you don't have to apologize. You know what? This table is so much better, but you know what we need? We want more plants. I'm gonna go for more plants. I'm really sorry for that. But I love plants. In real life, I don't. But in The Sims, I do. Okay. I don't like that. Let's look for another one. So, guys, do you like kits or not? Are you team people who are simmers who like kits or not? I'm just looking for a plant to add. We were gonna go for that. Wow, that looks really good. And I'm gonna look for a curtain. I don't know where. There are some wide ones. I think we don't have a longer one. They're 50-50 for you. I like the build kits, but I don't like the caskets because I don't use them, so I don't get them. Even, for the build kits, I don't get them all. I don't have them all. I don't like every single one. Like there was a kit, like it was, I think it's called the bathroom clutter stuff. That was like really a weird kit. The texture or the mesh, I think, for the items, it was really weird. I didn't get it. I was really excited to get this kit, not gonna lie. I need so many clutter for my bathrooms, but that was not it. The texture was so weird. Some stuff, like, I think they're called wires. For the blow dry and all of these things, you know, it looks flat instead of, you know, it looks puffy, if you get what I mean. You know, these stuff like the spiral wires, or I don't know what they're called, they should have, you know, a 3D look. But they were just flat and so weird. And it was like, you know, feels so rushed. That's why I didn't get it. I don't know, like, it was so weird, to be honest. But for here, I want to add paints or something. Are you still sketching? Or you just finished that? I'm gonna add a bunch of those over here. Just different colors and different styles. Just to fill the space. Because it was looking really boring. And now it looks good. Maybe just add fairy lights. Okay. There we go. Okay. I think this place looks really good. And I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish the whole apartment today. I'm gonna see. Because now it took me around 40 minutes, maybe? I don't know. Or 35 minutes. I feel like EA will continue to rush the Sims team with all of this content, and then the Sims team has to get all the feedback. But at the same time, the Sims team should try and branch out more time. Exactly. Sometimes, you know, I feel they rush into making any type of packs, and you will notice a lot of mistakes. Oh, it's okay. Good luck. You don't have to feel sorry or something, or I mean to say sorry, you know? But thank you so much for joining. I'm gonna start with the kids' room. And I think it's really big, but whatever. And I don't know, to be honest, if we should do that, because I don't know how many kids she's gonna have. Should we just skip this room and move to her room? And maybe later, when she has kids, I'm gonna let her go and fill this room. So far, you know, her room and her parents' house, it's also yellow. And I'm gonna go for that, or maybe... Oh, so what I was saying, yeah, you know, I completely forgot, but I just, you know, agree with you. They do rush the packs, and you will feel that, like, you know, like the wedding pack, the dine-in, they're all glitchy. I think now the wedding pack works better than the dine-in. Like, how is it realistic that your Sims go for a restaurant and they would end up spending 6 hours there? That doesn't make any sense, you know? And a lot of people, like me, we like to have realistic gameplay. So how is it possible, as I said? Like, imagine going to a restaurant and then you're there for 6 or 7 hours, and sometimes my Sims spent 12 hours there, and it's really weird. But you know, whatever. And you know what's really bad? Us Simmers who play on PC, we can add mods that fix these problems, but let's think about our console friends. They can't add mods that is gonna fix all of that, if that makes any sense. And I see a lot of console players, they do talk about that over Twitter. but we still didn't get any answer about that, so this is kind of sad. And I don't know if they match. They do. Oh, they're fine, they're fine. Let's go for that. You know what? I played with Dine In for, you know, my family dynamics. No, it was for my runaway team. And the food arrived in less than a minute. And then I ordered a cake and it was there like in seconds. And I was shocked. I was like, what? How would, you know, what happened? It's working fine. I don't know if it's a glitch because we are used to see this pack being stupid. But maybe they fixed that. I do think. You know, it looks fine. I'm in the room. And I don't know what to add. I really want the room to look, I don't know, like, you know, cute, but I don't know how to do that. I love how the living room is looking like. I'm just gonna add more of these columns and let's see. So far, I think the apartment looks really cute, but the only thing I hate is these, I think they're called high, or I don't know what they're called, but the tall or high walls. I don't know what they're called, so, you know, I just feel weird now. I'm gonna add more of these modular stuff so that it can fill the space, because for now it doesn't look really good. It's really empty. I'm gonna add more of those. And maybe we can add more plants inside of our room. Why not? To be honest, in my room, I don't have plants. I think maybe once I had a plant, but it was dead. I don't remember. That was, of course, like a long time ago. I don't know how to take care about plants. But whatever. This is so weird. I'm not a plant person. Unless something like a miracle or whatever happens. The only thing I like is cats. And my, you know, my ultimate goal is to have more than 5 cats. This seems weird, but I really want to do that. You know, I had this dream since I was a kid. I was always saying, you know, to my friends and my cousins that, you know what, one day I'm gonna have 5 cats or 7 cats or whatever. Like, this is one of the few things I have always, you know, wanted to do. Because, you know, when you age up or whatever, okay, some of your dreams change, but this is like the thing that would never change. I always sometimes joke about that my zodiac is cats or feline or feline. I don't know how to pronounce this word, but you got it. I think it's feline or whatever. You know, you just got what I mean. But I do love cats. So for people who are gonna watch that later, or you're watching the stream now, are you a cat or a dog person? And you know, some of the questions I do repeat them because I don't know who's watching, you know? People change, like people who watch change, so I have to repeat some of the stuff. So it's completely normal. Because I know that there are people who watch the streams later. Oh, why am I here? I want more clutter. You're both. Yes, I can consider myself both. I love dogs. But I think, you know, they need a lot of care. And where I live, to have a dog is really expensive. You know, it's really expensive. So I would rather choose a cat. Like, to buy a dog, you have to be really, or you have to save a lot of money to get a dog. And then let's not talk about their food and the vet fees. It's expensive. I don't know why. Compared to cat, it's crazy. Of course, like there are some dogs who are put for adoption. But you know, like when I see this adoption page, they will post about this dog in 5 minutes. This dog is gonna be adopted. You know, just what I'm saying. It's a good thing to see that people here adopt, you know, pets. And, you know, I don't know, like, about other countries and how is their policies, but for me, I always tell my friends and my family, adopt. We always say adopt, don't shop. I don't know why. I believe in that. I had so many cats before when I was younger, and I have adopted all of them. So yeah. You know, I had a cat. It was an orange cat that passed away last year, and his story is really sad. Like the way how we got him and all of these things. And you know, I don't know how some people think, and I just question how they're thinking this way. Like, it's really sad. You know, they got the cat, and then, you know, with the time they realized that this cat is sick. Sorry. And then they just told one of my family members that we have a cat and it's for adoption. They didn't even mention that this cat is sick or something. They were like, you know, we have a cat and this cat is really friendly and stuff, but they never said that the cat is sick. And we got that. You know, we got the cat. You know, it's okay to get a sick cat and take care of it, but you have to know that prior to adopting them, because you're gonna, you know, think about, am I gonna be able to take care of them while they're sick and all of these things, if you got what I mean. And I was really, you know, I was a kid. I don't get these things. And, you know, this cat was always sick. But, you know, despite of that, we didn't, you know, give it to another people or something. We just took care of him. He was, you know, really sick. He always had infections and all of these things. At first, you know, my grandma was taking care of him, but then when I got my driver's license, I was the one who was taking care for him. That's why when, you know, he was gone, I was, until these days, I cry about him because I was taking care of him. You know, some days he was really, really sick, and I would go to, I would go to the vet and wait there for hours. I'm sorry for your loss. Oh, it's okay. I don't know if I sent the cat for you last year. I probably did. But this is what happened. I remember once he was really sick and I had to take him to the vet at maybe 11 p.m. or 10 p.m. And I stayed there maybe until 1 a.m. in the morning. And then when I go back home and, I would see them doing all these medical stuff for him. Like, I don't want to mention some stuff that is going to trigger others, like needles, blood, and all of these things. But, when I do see him, in pain, and they would do every single type of test for him, I go back home and cry. So yeah, that was his story. But it was really sad that those people did lie and said, it's a healthy cat and whatever. But did happen, and we were fine with that. Like, I'm happy that my family was good with that. And at some point, not gonna lie, some of evil family members, they were like, oh, just go and throw him outside. You have to have this member who was toxic AF. But I was like, I don't care about what you're saying. Because I always say these creatures, they get used to have you around them. So how am I gonna go and throw them away when they are sick? I think they lied just so people would take the cat, because not many people would take a sick cat, sadly. Exactly. Like, if there's a sick cat here or senior cat, nobody's gonna adopt them. Maybe people are gonna adopt a senior cat but not a sick cat. And even I have noticed, if there's a cat or a dog who lost one eye, or they lost one of their, I don't know what they're called, like their hands or legs or whatever you want to call it, and they would just have 3 hands or legs. I don't know what I'm saying, but you got me. Mostly people won't adopt them, unfortunately, because I remember, like, when I went to this girl, she rescues cats and dogs, and she has so many blind cats and cats who lost one of their legs. She would be like, they're here for years, like 2 years or a year. But if it was a completely healthy cat or dog, people are just gonna take them. But I'm like, I sometimes say, and sometimes I it's so funny. Let me tell you that at some point I had a page on IG, and I was, trying to protect animals' right, or pets' right, where I live. And oh my God, that was horrible to do, because people, like, you're gonna see a very, kind of people who are really kind, and then you're gonna see the other side of these people who are really evil. And I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna close the account. It was really bad to see, the other half of the people who are really, toxic. It was really toxic to see these type of people. You know, not gonna lie, like 3 days ago, I was commenting on, you know, animal rescue pages. It was like a local animal rescue page, and I was like, we have to feed, you know, stray pets and all of these things, and people were attacking me. I was like, what the hell? I got attacked because I was, you know, telling others to feed stray cats and dogs because it's really hot there. Like now it's 100 Fahrenheit. So we humans can't survive these type of weathers. Extreme hot weather. So how is it gonna be like for pets, if you got what I mean? Some people in the comments are just, yeah. You know, I did not expect that some people were attacking others because they were like, just go and feed strays. It was really weird. And, you know, some people are so stupid. I don't know why they say that. Like, if you want to feed these pets, just go and do that. If you don't want to, just, you know, keep quiet. But yeah. You know, I was like, at least give them water. It's really hot there. Like, it's now the night and it's 100 Fahrenheit. Imagine if it was 12 p.m. Like, I don't know how much in Fahrenheit it's gonna be, but it's gonna be like 45, which is maybe 120 or 115. I don't know exactly, but I think it's around that. But I'm so glad that, you know, weather forecast, they're saying in the next days, temperatures are gonna drop, which I expect that in September the weather gets better. It's not cold, but it gets better. So that's a good thing. I'm just gonna add more clutter. You know when, you know, the perfect weather for me is around 20 to 30 degrees. I don't know how much is it in Fahrenheit. I think it's 60 to 85, maybe around that. This is like the perfect weather for me. Yeah, this is what I was looking for. Okay, looks really cute. But I just want to add more stuff from the Parenthood pack. I want to add more fairy lights here. I think it looks plain now because we don't have wallpapers, but I think maybe later it's gonna look better. And you know, for this character that I'm gonna play with, I do think that she likes bands and all of these things, so I'm gonna add all of these posters. I bet she likes music and musical bands. That's why I'm gonna go and add these things. You know, it looks really cute. And I'm gonna add more clutter. Maybe that. Just gonna add it this way, or I don't know if it looks good. You know, it doesn't look good. And I think maybe I should remove one and add another stuff. Yes, this is what I was looking for, like music theme. And then maybe we should go add the rainbow surface. What I'm saying. So if you're watching that later and you will be like, why is she talking this way? because English is not my first language, so expect me to pronounce stuff in a very unique way. And you just noticed that. I did say surface. What? What the hell is that? Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. We are building an apartment that I'm gonna use for my Family Dynamics Legacy Challenge. And we have done a lot. Let's just give you a look on what we have done. We have finished from the hallway, which is, you know, really simple. And this is the living room. I still think it's empty, but it's okay. And this is how it looks. And this is the kitchen. I think it's empty as well. I like a lot of clutter. And I'm trying to restrict myself, but this is how it looks so far. And don't worry, we're gonna change the wallpaper later. And for the kids' room, I'm gonna leave it. And maybe I'm gonna do it once we play in the generation. Because I don't know how many kids she wants to have. So I don't want, you know, to do a whole room and then change my mind. Maybe she's gonna have 1 or 2, I don't know. I still don't know about her. I don't think that I checked if she wants to have kids or not. I don't remember, to be honest. But if we're gonna talk about her mom loves to have a lot of kids. But I did a lot of, you know, stupid things. I don't know what's the surgery's name, but you can do that with, what the hell? There is a mod, which is the pregnancy overhaul. I think you can do, yeah, a sterilization surgery. And I did that for her because at this point she had 4 kids and I didn't want her to have more. And guess what? I did the sterilization surgery for her, for the first generation heir. And then she was like, I want to have more children. And I was like, what the hell? So I did the reverse surgery for her. And instead of, you know, having her own kid, I was like, you know what we can do? She can be a surrogate. And we were a surrogate to Cassandra Goth. And that was fun. You know, I didn't expect to see Cassandra Goth, but we were a surrogate for their baby, which was a good thing. But you know, she is about to be an elder and she's still like, I want to have more kids. She is obsessed with having kids. You know, Fiona is just being Fiona. I did had a sim before on my Not So Berry, but I don't remember which sim who was obsessed with having so many kids. I can't remember. Oh my god, I remember. It was my last generation. It was Tally. She had so many kids. And you know what? Sometimes I do delete some of the kids because it's a lot. I did that for Not So Berry. At some point, yes, I did. I have deleted some of the kids. I don't know in which generation. So if you're gonna be like, oh, which generation? It was... I did it for Not So Berry, but I don't recall what generation it was. But I did it. And you know, after a year, you know, I finished it last year. I decided to confess the truth. I sound really silly, but whatever. I was drinking the water and I was about to spit the water and I was like, don't do that. because I want to publish the stream. Okay. We're just gonna do a mini wardrobe, closet, whatever thing. And you know what's really fun about the second generation of... Oh my god. Hello? Why we can't add? Oh, there we go. So I was saying, you know what's funny about the second generation of the family dynamics legacy is that you have to get married to someone who you're gonna meet in GeekCon. I have never done that before. And I think it's really fun. I have never done that before. I usually either choose a townie or sometimes instead of a townie, I do my own Sims. And that was the case for Not So Berry. But for now, for family dynamics, the first sim that I done was, I did the sim. But for Runaway Teen, it was a townie. And, I don't know how to call them, like an NPC, whatever. And before we had this update where your Sims, alone can have their families and that, I used to do that with MC Command Center. Like before that, you have to force your Sims to get pregnant and all of these things. I mean the unplayed, I don't know what they're called. Unplayed families or whatever. I think this way it looks really cute, but I just want to add a cute thing there. Maybe. No. Looks better this way. I don't want to add more. Oh. And for those shelves, I'm gonna add more boxes and books. This is all what I'm gonna do. I know that it's boring, but I have nothing to add. Just colorful boxes. And now I'm just gonna go to kits and see what we have. I was thinking that I'm gonna add this table. Maybe? No, it doesn't look good, so okay. Let's just go there and finish what we used to do. Or what we were doing. I don't know what I'm saying, to be honest. And I don't know if we can add anything in these. You know what? We can... Oh dear, what I have done. We can delete that and look for another shelves. Oh, there we go. We can add these. They're closed. They're more fun, but we just have to bring them down. Oh, looks perfect. Just gonna save. I do like the room. Looks really cute. And now for... I don't like... I said maybe in the previous, like the deleted stream, that I don't like to do kitchens. But I think bathrooms are so boring to do. I don't know how to be creative in this part. Like every single type of toilet or bathroom, like the same. I don't like to do them. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna do the same exact thing. Just a boring bathroom. I'm sorry for my characters to have boring bathrooms, but whatever. Let's just add a bunch of stuff. And a shower, like the shower, bath, whatever combo. Let's see. Oh, they all look boring. And I don't want to use growing together because I do use it a lot. We can go with that. I think that looks really cute. And you know what I always do? I always, use the same robe and towels and all of these things. And that's it. Just gonna add these. Just a boring thing, but whatever. I don't know if we can add it there inside. Hope that it works. And now where we can go and add the toilet. We can go and add it there. Or we can, I wish that we can add it this way. But it's gonna look stupid. Oh, looks good. Sometimes, as I said, I'm like, I wish I had the bathroom kit. Yeah, the bathroom kit, whatever. But then I remember how it's not really looking good. I'm like, I'm not gonna get it. But there is a kit that I really want to get. It is, I think, called Decor to the Max. I think it's called something like that. I don't have it and I really want to get it. But I don't know if they're gonna announce any kits anytime soon. What do you think? And I think this is floating. Let's ignore that, the fact it's floating. I'm just gonna add a bunch of pictures or decals because it looks boring now. Let's go for parenthood. I think it has some cute decals. Yes. And I don't know what is that. Looks like a football. No, it's not. But I do prefer those. And I think there is, I just want it like that. And I think there's another swatch. There we go. And we have finished. And if you are going to be like, oh, what about this room? This room, we're not going to do it now because I don't know how many kids I want her to have. I don't know what I want to do. So I'm just going to leave it this way and let's check the budget. We are good. I had the 30K budget. Now we are 31, so it's not bad. It's really not bad. I know we're going to reach to 33 now because we're going to add wallpapers and all of these things. But until the moment she has kids, I would definitely have saved up a lot of money. And she's gonna have a high paid job, so that's gonna be good. I totally forgot about that because, oh, looks good this way, but not really good. Because she's studying now in the university. I'm talking about my sim. I'm not talking about myself. I think the way I started to talk about that looks like I'm talking about someone and not a sim. I don't know what I'm saying, but I like this wood color. It looks really cute. But she's studying now in university, so I think once she finishes university, she's gonna have, I think, I'm not sure, but we're gonna join level 8 or 7 in her career, so that's gonna be good. She's gonna be having a high paid job, which is gonna be perfect for us to be able to afford this apartment. And if I'm gonna be honest, I have made an apartment like I think 4 months ago or more than that, and I was like, you know what, this is the place that she's gonna live in. And now I changed my mind, and these are new brick swatches. I think I would love to use them everywhere. They look really good. I don't know if it's weird to put the same tiles everywhere, but you know what? You know what? It looks good. I'm not mad about that. But maybe this looks really boring. But you know, when I added this tile, it looks really like an apartment bathroom. So I'm gonna go for that. Both are gonna be the same. And now I'm gonna go for that. Should it be just plain white? Or maybe we can go and add... Oh my god, this hurts my eyes. Pink, maybe? I don't know. We do have this option, so... Oh, just a second. You know what? I'm not mad about this swatch, but it still doesn't look good. And this looks... Oh my god. And this looks... kind of boring. And this looks way too bad. I don't know which one should we go for. You know what? This looks perfect. Or should we go for that? You know, I like this one. So we're gonna go for it. I know that it looks boring as hell, but maybe we can add accent walls or something. Oh, it looks really good. Okay, I'm not mad about that. And now for here. Let's see what we can go for. I do have, let's check the kits. We can go for that. And we can go for pastels. Like it doesn't have to be fully yellow. Right? Or we can go for green. Oh, this looks really satisfying. I love this color, the mint. I think this is mint green. We're gonna go with that. And for the room, I really want her to have a yellow room. No, I don't like that. We can go with white and add accent wall. Maybe bricks or something. Or maybe we can go with that. This is yellow and it's not bad. Right? Can just paint some of the walls. I don't know. What do you think? And for the doors... Wait! These are new door swatches! I think they were added for the new pack. I never noticed them. I saw them over Twitter, of course. But I never saw them there. And it looks really good. Okay, now everything looks good except here. I don't know what we should go for. I want to go with wood. What should we go for? Wait, I'm just having moments of silence because I'm thinking about what wallpaper should we go for? I'm thinking about, should we go for bricks or just white? And we're gonna add these bricks here. And maybe we can go for a different white swatch, like more of gray. You know what? It doesn't look bad. I kind of like it this way rather than adding bricks in everywhere. What do you think? I like it so much. And I was like, we're gonna give the sim a makeover. but it's too late now and I'm starting to get really tired because, you know, I started the previous stream maybe at, you know, 3 hours ago. Yes, it was 3 hours ago. And then I did a stream for an hour and then it crashed and I waited for half an hour. And yeah. But you know, we did the apartment. Of course, over the time, I'm gonna add more clutter. Like baby stuff and all of these things. Once we live there. And should we go and upload this room in the gallery? Or I mean this... But I have to remove so many walls in order to add it. You know, I'm just gonna do that. But remember that this room is gonna be empty because... Oh my god, I'm not gonna be able to upload that because we have a platform. I'm gonna see a way to upload this whole place. And then I'm gonna put it in the gallery. Because I usually do that. I always share my builds. Unless they were like part of something and I don't share them in the gallery. Like I wait. But you know. This is what we have done in today's live stream. It was kind of, you know, chaos in the beginning. But it's all good now. And I'm happy about the result. Now I'm looking at this and I'm like, you know what, we can add one more last thing, you know, we can go for that, right? It looks good. I like it. Oh my god, this looks really cute. I'm just gonna add it. Oh my god, oh my god, okay, I was about to do something that's tragic, but whatever. But everyone, this is what we have worked on in today's stream. It was fun to build. It was really fun to build all of that. I'm happy that we did it. And I don't know if I should change the thumbnail into this picture or just keep the old one. The old one, I'm gonna be honest, I did it so quick. It doesn't look really good. I can fix it though. So I'm gonna do that. But this is gonna be it. Now you're watching this lame OBS thing, but whatever. I don't know if it's bad to show that. I don't know if I can delete it though. I don't know if it's bad to show that, but you know. I'm just thinking about, although, you know, it was so fun as I said, and we're gonna meet in another